Lesson 58, multiplying polynomials. So when we multiply polynomials, let's use an example of one that has a monomial, so 3x times a binomial x squared plus y. We use the distributive properties. We want to make sure 3x gets multiplied by each term on the inside of the parentheses. So we have 3x times x squared plus 3x times y. Then we simplify. So we have 3x cubed plus 3xy. Sometimes when we multiply polynomials, we have more than one term in the polynomial. So we might be multiplying two binomials, we might be multiplying a trinomial and a binomial, or anything like that. So let's say we wanted to multiply, so we're going to multiply x plus 3 times 2x plus 2. There's a method that we can use called Algebra Tiles. When we use Algebra Tiles, we can use a square to show an x times x. That would represent x squared. So we're using the area. If we wanted to add it, we put a plus sign. If we wanted to subtract it, we would put a minus sign. Then we have one that is a 1 by x. So the area would be x. Same thing, we would add or subtract. Then we just put a little square that's a 1 by 1. And if it's adding, you would put a plus sign. If it's subtracting, you put a subtraction sign. So let's say we want to multiply x plus 3. So we'll put our tiles here, x plus 3. So we're going to put a tile long ways. This is our x, and it's positive. And then we're adding 3 here. And we're going to multiply it by coming this way, 2x plus 2. So we're going to lay our x's down long ways this way. So it's plus, that's 1x, 2x, and then we're going to be adding 2. So plus, plus. So when we put an x and when we multiply, we're going to have an x squared here. So we have an x times an x. That's an x squared. An x times another x is an x squared. And they're adding. X times 1 is an x. And x times 1 is x. Then we have 1 times the 2 x's and the 2 1's. And then we have another 1 times the x plus the x times the 2 1's, and one more time. So we are left with, when we multiply these two together, we get 2x squared plus, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8x plus 2, 4, 6. So multiplying this will give us 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. There's one method called the square method. To me, it looks a lot like a Punnett square. So let's say we wanted to multiply the same, let's use the same one, x plus 3 times 2x plus 2. So to do the square method, we draw a square and divide it into 4. We're going to do x and then plus 3 on the right of that, and we'll do 2x and plus 2 underneath. Now we find the area of each of these little rectangles. So we have x times 2x, 2x squared. X times 2 is just 2x, and then we have 3 times 2x, 6x, and 3 times 2 is 6. So this would be 2x squared. These two are like terms, so we got plus 8x plus 6. And that's called the square method. I want to do another one with the square method. Let's say we want to multiply, so this is another example. That one goes with this one. X plus 3 times 2x minus 3. So we draw our Punnett square, 2 by 2. We'll have our x and our plus 3, our 2x and our minus 3. I always put the sign with it, so when I multiply, I'll remember my negatives if I need it. 2x times x is 2x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Positive 3 times 2x is 6x, and positive 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. These two are like terms. 6x minus 3x is 3x. So I have 2x squared plus 3x minus 9. And this is the two binomials multiplied together. Now there's another method called the FOIL method. This is an anagram, and the F stands for first, and then outer. Some people say outside, inside, inner, and last. So here's how we do that. So we will take our original problem, let's write it down a little bit lower. Put a bunch of arrows in here. So x plus 3 and 2x plus 2. So the first terms mean the first term in each parenthesis. So this counts as first. So we're going to multiply x and 2x, which is 2x squared. Then outer means just the outside of the two together. So that is, you multiply x times 2, which is 2x. Then we do inner, which is here, 3 times 2x, and that's plus 6x. And then we do last, which is 3 times 2. Then we add our like terms, and we get 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. Let's do one with some minus signs. X minus 5 times x minus 7. So we'll do first, which is x times x squared. Outer is x times negative 7. You want to see this 7 as a negative 7. Inner, negative 5x. See, this was first, outer, inner. Last is negative 5 times negative 7, or positive 35. Add like terms, x squared minus 12x plus 35. Okay, there's another way that we can multiply polynomials, and it's called the distributive property. I think it's just another way to write the FOIL method. So we're going to go back to our original problem. We want to multiply x plus 3 times 2x plus 2. Distributive property is to take one term from the first, the x, and then multiply it by the whole second factor, so 2x plus 2. Then we do plus 3 times the whole second factor, and then we distribute. We have to make sure that we're distributing to both terms inside. So we have 2x squared plus 2x, and then we have plus 6x plus 6. We add like terms, 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. And that is the distributive property. And we have one more, and it's called vertical multiplication. So vertical multiplication is just like multiplying multi-digit numbers, so 2-digit numbers. So if I want to multiply 3x plus 4 times x minus 2. So I line them up vertically, and I multiply, just like I do with 2-digit numbers. So I'm going to take my negative 2, and I'm going to see it as a negative 2. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. I put in a placeholder, just like I do in vertical multiplication. Then I do x times 4 is a positive 4x, and x times 3x is 3x squared. So I add them together. I have negative 8, negative 6x plus 4x is negative 2x, and 3x squared. So multiplied, it would be 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. And that's the end of the lesson.